Welcome to CoopCast. I'm your host, Jeff Kapp. This week we're going to speak about you having your own pigeon coop in your own backyard. As you can see behind me, we have two different sized pigeon coops. The first one, a larger one, is 8 foot by 12 foot. And as you can tell, we are currently putting an addition on, which is called a fly pen. And this fly pen is going to be 8 by 8 in size. Over to the other side of me, you'll notice that we have a smaller pigeon coop, which is great for a beginner, someone starting off, or for an advanced breeder, just wanting to have an extra additional space for putting a couple pairs of birds together for breeding. This cage that we're going to take a look at is only 4 by 8, believe it or not, and with a beautiful fly pen, and it's a great setup for a beginner, as I spoke. Just a few guidelines here. For a small coop, from 1 to 10 bird capacity, you want to look at nothing less than 16 square feet for a size of a coop or cage, as we will say. For a medium coop, which will handle approximately 11 to 80 birds, and again, this also depends on the size of the birds, you're going to be looking at for at least 16 square feet, obviously, if you're going to have more than 11 birds, all the way up to 120 square feet. This would give the birds plenty of space to be able to do their own exercise and be able to move around, and they won't be stressed out, which is one of the most important things about having pigeons. And then for the larger coops, which would be 80 birds or more, you would be looking at obviously over 120 square feet of coop space for your birds. And you really shouldn't include the fly pen when I'm speaking about these numbers. That should be an additional square footage. So let's go ahead and take a look at our two pigeon coops right here and take a quick look. Okay, you're looking presently at our 8 by 12 pigeon coop. This coop right here was presently a coop that we purchased from one of those pre-built factories where they will prefab any type of shed for you. Again, this is an 8 by 12 shed. We have it divided into two sections in there, and we actually are currently under construction and remodeling the inside of it right now to make more room for some of additional birds. And as you can see over to the right hand side, we're currently working on adding a brand new section that is about 8 by 8, and this is going to be a fly pen. Now you can see during some of the photos that we're going to post on our show here that the 8 by 8 section is presently still under construction. We have just finished framing it out. We have the roof up, and what we're going to do now in the next couple of weeks, of course, hopefully the weather works for us, is we're going to add the wire to the outside of the section here. And we presently have a door that we displayed all the way on the side here. So we'll be able to walk into this fly pen section, which is 8 by 8, which is going to be a great addition for our birds to be able to get outside and get some fresh air when needed, and hopefully not have to worry about any type of animals coming and hurting the birds. Now, over to the right hand side, you'll see the smaller pigeon coop that we were presently speaking of at the beginning of the show. This coop right here is only 4 by 8, okay? And this is a great coop, especially for a beginner starting off with pigeons, okay? Now this, again, is 4 by 8. So it's just one sheet of plywood under the main section of the pigeon coop. And then what we have done is we've added the small fly pen, which comes out about 3 feet in the front. And we put the plastic wavy roof on this so that the water will just, the rain and the snow will just roll right off of this coop. And what we do is we house about 4 birds, 2 pairs on each side. Right now, we have a couple extra birds on one side right now because we have a few extra birds. But this is a great beginner's loft. This loft wouldn't cost too much money for a beginner to start off with. Again, you're just looking at a 4 by 8 section. And what we've done is we put a divider up in there as well to be able to divide the birds in 2 sections here. And as you can see, we presently have classical frills into this coop right now, and we have a wire divider which will divide both sections. So this way, when breeding season's over, we can then go ahead and separate the males from the females, okay? And that becomes very important because you don't want your birds to obviously be able to lay eggs and hatch all year long. And what this will also help you with is control with your birds, so that if once you feel that your breeding season needs to end and you don't need to breed any more birds that year, again, you can separate the birds in half this way. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look on the inside of our cage here. And you'll see that we have 2 shelves in here. Okay, again, we have a couple of pairs of classic old frills in here. And again, there's a wood divider that divides this 4x8 section, or actually 4x8 coop, right in half. So this both sides is 4x4. And then what we've done is we've added 2 shelves for the 2 pairs of birds. Works out great. And as you can see, so far here in the year 2011, we have 1 youngster so far out of this coop. And inside our larger coop, we have actually just banded a couple more classic old frills. Again, it's a very nice section to be able to put some birds in. We obviously keep grit, our water inside, so those components will not get dirty from the rain and snow. We do use a heater for our waterers. So again, this is a great section to be able to put breeding birds in there. And again, just a nice little lock right onto the side of the cage. And again, then on the other side, we would be able to just go ahead and put another couple pairs of birds as well in here. And again, it's the same type of lock. Nice latch, so this way if you close the door, it stays closed. You don't have to worry about it not locking closed and all that. And then in here, again, we have 2 shelves. We're not breeding any pairs on this side. Right now, this is just all our extra birds that we have. And you could see, it's obviously the wall's right in the middle, divided in half, and it's a 4x4 section. And we'll just go ahead and close that door. And we'll step back, and we'll go back to our larger section here, which we are adding onto our 8x12 loft. Again, this is the new section that we're adding, which is going to be our fly pen. And you can tell that we already have a window on the side of the 8x12, which is going to open right up so that these birds can just go right outside and fly into this 8x8 fly section once it's completed. Once this 8x8 section's officially completed at another show, we will do another look at the construction and how it came out all completed. But again, this is a great start for someone getting into pigeons with needing a smaller coop to start with. And then usually once you have pigeons for maybe just a year, right away you get plans and you want to move into something a little bit larger. And this is about what you're going to move into next, I'm going to suggest probably. 8x12 section here with a nice fly pen. Again, we are planning on putting a fly pen possibly on one of the front windows in the front, but otherwise it's going to be pretty attractive looking. so that no neighbors should have any issues with something like this, and we'll be able to keep everything under control. Well, for those of you that already have a pigeon coop and have a camera, would you like to win a $25 gift certificate? I'm sure you would. All you have to do is go ahead, take 1 or 2 photos of your own pigeon coop with your own camera, of course. Email the photos to CoopCast@birdclubsusa.com. We will then take your photos, show them on our website, and enter your name into the drawing for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate from New England Pigeon and Livestock Supply. Again, all you have to do is take 1 or 2 photos of your own loft, email the pictures to CoopCast@birdclubsusa.com, and we will enter your name into a drawing for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate from New England Pigeon and Livestock Supply. Thank you for watching this week's CoopCast Internet Show. Again, just as a reminder, on the birdclubsusa.com website, it's a great resource website to use for any pigeon information that you might be looking for. Again, this website at birdclubsusa.com has a national show calendar for most of the pigeon shows coming up in the United States that are submitted to us. Again, it's a great resource. If your show is not on there, make sure you email us at CoopCast@birdclubsusa.com to have your show entered onto the national calendar. Again, we also have a free classified ad section on there, so if you're looking to buy any birds just to get started, it's a great section to get into. Or if you have some extra birds you're looking to sell, again, it's a free classified ad section. We also have a pigeon and doves how-to section now up on the website that we just added within the last couple of weeks. Some great information there. We also have a national listing of Pigeon Club's directory. So again, if your club is not listed on there, either via specialty breed or via state, make sure you email us with your website address to your pigeon club. And we also have a pigeon breeders list on there. So if you have your own website, please make sure it's listed on our website. And if it's not, you can again email us at CoopCast@birdclubsusa.com to make sure you and your website are added to our breeders webpage. Then we also have our world famous pigeon patch collection. It's always being updated monthly with new patches, so make sure you always check that out. And we have now newly added a Pigeon Health Topics webpage. So feel free, if you might have any type of concerns, to go ahead to the Pigeon Health Topics webpage. And we also have a Pigeon Facts and Information webpage as well, which is a great resource for many breeders. Again, I hope you liked this week's show. Don't forget to email us your photo of your pigeon loft, 1 or 2 photos again, and those photos can be emailed to CoopCast@birdclubsusa.com. And again, you will be entered into a chance to win a $25 gift certificate from New England Pigeon and Livestock Supply. Again, we ask for you to please help spread the word about our show. Mention to everyone you know out there. Are you watching CoopCast.com? Because if you're not, you are missing something. Again, thank you for watching this week's show, and we'll see you soon.